Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to the next lecture. And now we are going to do linear equation in two variables, exercise 4.3 and 4.4. 4.3 and 4.4. So, my dear students, actually, this topic for exercise 4.3 and 4.4 of linear equation in two variables, I actually believe this topic to be the topic of coordinate geometry basically, and not purely the topic of linear equation in two variables. See, my dear students, if we go to recollect what we had done in coordinate geometry, I had explained you all people. I'm sorry if the I'm not sure whether this will be clearly visible or not, because we had done this, and I had explained you all people that when it comes to coordinate geometry, then basically there are two different topics. There are two topics which are different. One is when we are dealing with point, and the other one is when we are dealing with graph. These are the two different topics that we have to deal with when it comes to coordinate geometry. Okay, my dear students. When we deal with point, I have to understand points, then there is a different way. I told you there is a different way of writing a point. A point always has a name of the point is always a capital letter, a bracket opens, and first the x coordinate is written, whatever is the x coordinate, comma, y coordinate. This is the way a point is written in coordinate geometry, and of course we have to show it on the coordinate system. At that time there are different rules. I told you that when it comes to point, to show point can have only two different locations. See, my dear students, first we understood how to write a point. Try to understand how to write a point, and then we understood how to locate the point, or how to present the point on the coordinate system. When we have to present the point on the coordinate system, there are only two different locations possible. I had explained you that if it is a circle, supposing if we are having a circle, for considering a circle we will be having three locations for a point. A point can be inside the circle, point can be outside the circle, and a point can be on the circle. Okay, this I had explained you all people. Okay, so similarly, when it comes to coordinate system has got only two locations. It can be anywhere in the quadrant, or it will be on the axis. Anywhere in the quadrant, or it will be on the axis. These are the only two locations possible. Okay. Afterwards, we go one step ahead, and then we understand if it is on the axis, then what are the conditions, or what is the way the point is written. And if it is not on the axis, means it is in the quadrant anywhere, then what is the way it is written. When it is on the axis, the condition is that any of the coordinate has to be 0, will be 0, definitely it has to be 0. Either x coordinate will be 0 or y coordinate will be 0. Then it is on the any one axis. And then the other rule, see, try to understand, it is a chain going on. First of all, point, then how to represent the point, then location or presentation of the point. Two different presentations. Okay, fine. For each presentation, two different presentation. For each presentation there are different rules, and once you understand those rules, okay, I can write it over here itself. There are two different rules. One can be on the axis, and in quadrant. I am purposely repeating everything, my dear students, because that is really going to give you an idea about the next part of linear equations also. In quadrant, when on axis, then we say either x coordinate will be 0, that time y will be some different, it can be b, or y coordinate will be 0, or actually both the coordinate will be 0, then it is lying on the x, on any axis, on any axis. If x coordinate is 0, it is lying on y axis. If y x coordinate is 0, it is lying on x axis. If both the coordinates are 0, that means it is origin. In quadrant, when it comes, then we know that only the signs will tell you. First quadrant means both the signs will be, both the coordinates will be positive. If first coordinate x coordinate is positive, y if x coordinate negative, y coordinate is positive, that it is lying in the second quadrant. When both the coordinates are negative, then it is lying in the third quadrant. When x coordinate is positive, y coordinate is negative, that means it is lying in the fourth quadrant. These are the set of the rules that we have to understand when we are talking about the point on the coordinate system. Now when it happens to, or we have to understand graph, that is your topic over here. Now we have come to 4.3, 4.4. See my dear students, graph also like point. First, graph also has a way of writing. Graph also has a way of writing. Graph is written in what fashion? It is always a form of an equation. Some mx plus y is equal to c, or you have taken ax plus by is equal to c. This is the general form. This is the way a graph is always written. Fine. Graph is nothing but a line. Any line that is traveling on the coordinate system is nothing but a graph. This is called as a graph. And this graph means this line will always be represented in a form of an equation. Will always be represented as in a form of an equation. Why in a form of an equation and everything, that we will come to know slowly, steadily. Okay, fine. So the equation is always of this format: ax plus by is equal to c. We can also write ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This also can be the form of writing the equation. Okay, when it comes to the graph. Again we come over here, how we understood the point. Now location. Where can the points be? Similarly, when we talk about a line, line will not have location. Line can run anywhere because it is a line. But it will have two different fashions of running. How it is running. How it is running means the way it is traveling. There will be broadly two different ways that the line will be running. Otherwise, in total there will be three different ways the line will be running. See my dear students, either line will run parallel to axis, any axis, x-axis or y-axis. Here we had either it will be on axis or it will be in the quadrant. Point will be point. When it comes to point will be on axis or point will be in quadrant. Line will either run parallel to x-axis, any axis. If it will run parallel to x-axis, it will run like this. Parallel to y-axis, it will run like this, standing line or sleeping line. Okay? Or just on x-axis, just y-axis itself, parallel. Or it will be not parallel. Second one will be not parallel, means in any other direction, any FSR direction. We can't tell any direction, but it will not be parallel. These are the two conditions only possible. And why I am telling three? Because when it is parallel to x-axis, or it will be parallel to y-axis. Okay, either it will be parallel to x-axis. When it is parallel, then two types of parallels are possible. One will be parallel to x-axis, horizontal line, or parallel to y-axis, vertical line. Now you have to remember, my dear students, try to understand this equation where ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is always an equation of non-parallel line. Ax plus by is equal to c is always an equation of non-parallel lines. Why? Because here coefficient a is a non-zero number. Coefficient b is also a non-zero number. Means in the equation x, variable x with its coefficient, with a non-zero coefficient will exist. Variable y also will exist with a non-zero coefficient b. But when you have line running parallel to x-axis, the equation will be always y is equal to b. This type of format means it will not be having x in it. See, always opposite. If x coordinate is 0, point will be lying on y-axis. If x coordinate is 0, point will be lying on y-axis, right? If y coordinate is 0, point will be lying on x-axis. Similarly, if line is parallel to x-axis, if a line is parallel to x-axis, that means if a line is parallel to x-axis, that means the equation will be y is equal to something, some number. And if it is parallel to y-axis, then the equation will be x is equal to something, some number. And if it is a non-parallel line, then ax plus by plus c, everything will be existing. Are you understanding, my dear students? So now I will go to explain you something in a, this was a rough idea that I was trying to give you all people. Now I shall try to explain you in a fair manner that what is happening. See, we are going to deal with lines. Lines in what format we are telling? In two variables. Okay. See, when the lines are drawn, lines are supposed to be drawn. Basically, they are the graphs. As we have done now, there are always two types of lines. One will be lines parallel to axis, x-axis or y-axis. Other one will be non-parallel to axis. It is not going to be parallel to any axis. Remember, when it is parallel to x-axis, the line will be, the equation will be of format y is equal to something. When it is parallel to y-axis, then the equation will be of form x is equal to something. Now let us first understand these. See, when supposing, we will try to understand them both the way. In one case, supposing the equation is given to you, y is equal to -3. Draw this line. Y is equal to 5. Draw this line. Y is equal to 1. Draw this line. It means, see, the equation is what? Y is equal to -3. In this case, x is not there. Y is equal to -3. Y is equal to -3. That means the line is going to be parallel to x-axis. It will be all running like this, anywhere parallel to x-axis, but not anywhere. Where it will be running parallel to x-axis? It will cut y at -3, y at -3, and then it will be running parallel to x-axis. So this is the equation, this is the line. Let's see, I have drawn. This is the line. The line, equation of line is y is equal to -3. It is written like this. Are you getting? Why y is equal to -3? Because you take any point. Now see, try to understand. You take any point. You take this point. Its x-axis will be different, -6, but y will be -3. You take any point on this line. X will be 4, but y will be -3. This x coordinate will keep on changing. -3, y will be still -3. Okay. You take any coordinate, any point on this line. Every point on this line will be having y coordinate -3. Its x coordinate will keep on changing, but y coordinate will be -3. That will be definite. That's why equation is written as y is equal to -3. Now let us go and see for the next line. Y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5. X is not present. This line is going to be parallel to x-axis. Y is equal to 5. Equation has y is equal to 5. So it will parallel to x-axis. And where parallel to x-axis? It will run parallel to x-axis. Where? Intersecting y at 5. Intersecting y at 5 like this. This is the graph. Y is equal to 5. This is the graph. Okay. Y is equal to 1. Means again it is going to be parallel to x-axis going through point 1 of y-axis. So this is y is equal to 1. Similarly, supposing if I talk about x is equal to 2.5, x is equal to minus 5, x is equal to minus 4. Now this equation has x is equal to 2.5. Means x is equal to something, y is absent. So this will be parallel to, because x is equal to something, this will be parallel to y axis, means all the standing lines, but not all the standing lines, only that line which is going through 2.5 on x axis. 2.5 will be over here, so it will be running like this from here, like this it will be running. This is called as y, x is equal to 2.5. So I hope now you all are getting how to write the name of the line. This is the equation of the line, name of the line. How to draw the line? We are drawing at present only two types of line, parallel lines, x-axis parallel to x-axis, parallel to y-axis. X is equal to minus 5. So x is equal to minus 5 because x is there, so line will be parallel to y-axis. And where will it go? All the standing lines, but only that standing line which is going through minus 5 of x-axis. Like this the line will be. And this will be written as x is equal to minus 5. Similarly, x is equal to minus 4 will travel from here. So, my dear students, kindly understand, when you talk about points, first thing when they give you the equation or when they give you the coordinates, the name of the coordinate P 5 comma minus 7, Q 7 comma 0, R minus 7 comma minus 7, S 0 comma root 5. First you should always see, is there a 0 among the coordinates? If there is a 0 among the coordinates, that means this point is going to lie on the axis. If there is 0, that means this point is going to lie on the axis. If y coordinate is 0, it is going to lie on x-axis 7 of x-axis. If x coordinate is 0, it is going to lie on root 5 of y-axis. And if both the coordinates are non-zero numbers, that means it is going to lie in the quadrant. Then you will have to locate it, 5 and minus 7. 5 and minus 7 down, here it will come. Fine. Minus 7 comma minus 7. Both the coordinates are negative, means third quadrant. Minus 7, minus 7. They come over here somewhere. Like this. This is when it comes to point. When it comes to line or graph, then you should always see when the equation will be given to you. When the equation is given to you, what is the type of equation? X plus y is equal to 7, x is equal to 8, y is equal to minus 5, x is equal to y, or 2x is equal to 3y, something of that sort. These type of equations will be there. First thing you should see whether both the variables are present in the equation or only one variable is present. So you can see over here only one variable is present. Here only one variable is present. Here both the variables are present. These where only one variable is present. First thing, like here when we will see whether any coordinate is 0. Likewise we should see if only one variable are present or both the variables are present. When only one variable is present, that means this line is going to be parallel to x-axis or y-axis. Now what? X is equal to 8, so this will be parallel to y-axis. Y-axis parallel to y-axis means running parallel, and it will go through 8 of x-axis. So this will be the line. Draw an arrowhead and then write the name of the line. X is equal to 8. Y is equal to minus 5. Only y is present. That means this line is parallel to x-axis, opposite. And it will be parallel to x-axis means horizontal line, sleeping line. But not any sleeping line, only that line which is going through minus 5 of y coordinate. This will be the line. Okay, these are the next part of the lines. This will be a different procedure. These are the lines which are not going to run parallel. These are the lines which are not going to run parallel. They will travel in any haphazard manner, and to draw this type of lines there is a way for doing it. Okay, there is a series of methods that you have to solve. First you understand this, and I feel exercise 4.4 is exactly of that type, except what happens in exercise 4.4, what they have done is that they have added something to it. See in here what they have told in exercise 4.4. Just take your textbooks if this is not quite visible for you all people. In exercise 4.4, this is those type of lines, parallel type of lines. That's why I told you first I will be doing this exercise 4.4. Give the geometric representation of y is equal to 3. Try to understand y is equal to 3 as an equation in one variable, in two variable. See, when it comes in equation in one variable, y is equal to 3 as an equation in one variable. See, when they ask you to draw like this, y is equal to 3 as an equation in one variable, at that time it is just a normal number line. It is just a normal number line that you have to understand. Okay, it is just a normal number line. Y is equal to 3 they have told. So we will better take a number line which is a standing, because just we can take, it is not necessary, you can even take a sleeping line. This will be the number line, only y, where you have to label them everything. This is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. When they ask you that in one variable means it is only one number system. It is not a coordinate system. Coordinate system means both the axes will be there, x-axis and y-axis. In one variable means only one axis will be there. So because now they have asked you y is equal to 0, so let us give respect to y-axis, and here it will be y is equal to 3. So this is the point. This is the point, or this is the way you will be drawing this line. Y is equal to 3. This is the way you will be drawing this line. But when they ask you to draw it in two variables, that is the second question. Draw it in two variables. In two variables, what will you do is that then you will have to take a coordinate system. A coordinate system. I can draw it on this only. See, coordinate system. So it is y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3, the coordinate system will be there. Y is equal to 3 means y is equal to 3. That's why it will be running parallel to x-axis, and it will run how? Parallel to x-axis through 3 of y coordinate. This will be your line. Y is equal to 3. When they ask you to draw in two variables, that means you have to draw in a coordinate system. When they ask you to draw in one variable, you just have to draw one axis and locate it on that. Okay, now let us go to the question number 2. In question number 2 again, see here, give geometric representations of 2x plus 9 is equal to 0 as an equation in one variable, in two variable. Now 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. Here again, if you will see, first thing you should notice is that only whether both the variables are there. No, only one variable is there, x. That means this line is going to be parallel to y-axis. And where will it go through y-axis? Parallel to y-axis, where it will cut x-axis. But you should convert it to the form of x is equal to a something. So to convert x is equal to something means 9 will be shifted on the other side. I will get 2x is equal to 0 minus 9 minus 9. X is equal to minus 9 upon 2. X is equal to minus 4.5. This will be your equation. So So x is equal to minus 4.5 as equation in one variable. In one variable, what I'll do is that I'll draw a one axis, because one variable, so only one axis. So here I'll take this as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and here I'll take it minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Okay, this will be your 0. I'll write over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So what I want here is minus 4.5. So minus 4.5 will be over here. Fine, this is the equation and this is the line. Fine. And now when we go to show this line x is equal to minus 4.5, we will have to convert them first over here as in two variables. Then you will require this coordinate system. We have to draw x is equal to minus 4.5. Remember this we have to draw. So this will be parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis, and parallel to y-axis with standing line going through minus 4.5 of x-axis. So it will be like this. This is the one. This will be the one. X is equal to minus 4.5. Okay, my dear students, this is the way you will be drawing. So I hope now you have understood one type of line whichever we are drawing off. Okay, so with this we have finished exercise 4.4, because there were these two questions only in exercise 4.4, and it is very simple now, my dear students. I don't find that there is any problem in understanding this, but definitely when it comes to draw other lines, like now if I go to exercise 4.3, as I have explained you by now, that the main type of line or the broad type of line is going to be the line which is going to have both the variables. Like supposing if they ask you to draw the line x plus y is equal to 4. If they ask you to draw the line, draw the graph of what? Now see here, x plus y is equal to 4. Try to understand, my dear students, what you have to do. See, you have to find, or you have to make this any one variable alone. You can shift y on the other side, make x alone on its side, or you can shift x on the other side and make y alone on its side. It is up to you. Whatever you find comfortable, you will be doing that. So if supposing I do x is equal to 4, y I shift on the other side minus y. This is what you are supposed to do. First thing. Okay, this is your first thing. Try to understand. First, you should always try to make any one variable alone. Next, what you will do, you will draw a table in your textbook. A table is drawn of only 3 rows, or sorry, 3 columns. I want you to draw 4 columns and 3 rows. It will be having 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 rows, 1, 2, 3. Here you will write x and y. Here you will write x, comma, y. Now these 3 columns are to be filled. Now what you have to do, my dear students? See, in this equation, y is in the equation, x is alone, y is in the equation. So whoever is involved in the equation, you should consider any value, up to you. It is up to you. But usually what you should do, once you should take a 0 once you should take a positive sign, positive number, and once you should take a negative number. That is a usual good protocol to follow. But if it is not like that, you can take any value that you are comfortable with. Like supposing I take 5 for y is equal to 0 in this equation, x is equal to 4 minus y. I am simply doing what you know, I am simply finding any three solutions of this line, any three solutions of this line. We have done this question in 4.2, I suppose. In 4.2 we have done this. Write 4 solutions. I am trying to find only any 3 solutions. In your textbook they are asking you to find only 2 solutions. I want you to find 3 solutions, not 2. So x is equal to, so first one I will consider y, but here y is equal to 0, x is equal to 4 minus 0, x is equal to 4. So you get that for y is equal to 0, x is equal to 4. I will write over here for y is equal to 0, x is equal to 4, 4 comma 0. 1 is over. Now I will take for anything you can take. Again I tell you, this is, I am just taking for my convenience, x is equal to 4 minus y. So I will write x is equal to 4 minus, in place of y I will write 2, x is equal to 2. That means for y is equal to 2, x is equal to 2, this becomes 2 comma 2. I will definitely go for one more. For y is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 4 minus, in place of, substitution now, x is equal to 4 minus, this is the minus of the equation, and y is equal to minus 2. Again I will have to write minus 2. I will write x is equal to 4 minus minus plus 2, x is equal to 6. So for y is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 6, I get 6 comma minus 2. These are the things that you have to do. See, this is the third situation. Once this is done, now you are free to draw the graph. Now you can plot the graph. See, in the first case, what is the condition? 4 comma 0. 4 comma 0. One is the y coordinate is 0. That means this point is going to lie on x-axis 4. X-axis 4. Here it will lie. This is one point I have plotted. 2 comma 2 means this is, both the signs are positive. It is going to be in the first quadrant. 2 comma 2, it is going to lie over here. Fine. Then 6 comma minus 2, that means this is going to lie in the third quadrant, positive negative. 6 comma minus 2, 6 is over here, minus 2 will be down over here. See my dear students, these 3 points when you plot, all the 3 points should come in the same line. See, if you would have plotted only 2 points, so 2 points will always be in a straight line. How will you come to know whether you have done any mistake or not? Always plot 3 lines, 3 points. When you plot 3 points and all the 3 points come in a straight line, that means your graph is pakka, ekdam accurate. Now you just have to draw this. This is your graph. I told you this, when x and y both are present in the equation, graph will run anyhow, not parallel to any axis. This I will write x plus y is equal to 4. Like this it will be written. Like this the graph will be shown. I hope you all are getting this. Now let us go to the next question for you all to understand. So look at the next question. In the next question, x minus y is equal to 2 will be easy for you all people, and I will request you all people to solve it. It is very easy. I will go to solve the third question. What is that? Y is equal to 3x. This also actually is easy. Y is equal to 3x means actually already they have made y alone on its side. You don't have to even, first point also is already done. You straight have to go to the second point. Means you will draw the table having 3 rows and 4 columns. So this is x, y, x comma y. Now I will, because x is involved in the equation, y is alone on its side. So I'll assume signs for x. For x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3x is the equation. So in place of x I will write 0, y is also going to be 0. That means in this case, this graph is going through the origin. Simple. Now I go for the next one. For x is equal to any 1. 2, if you will take, it will go to 2 3 is 6, 3 3 is 9. So it will go on, keep on going far. So purposely I will take a normal one. Y is equal to 3x, y is equal to 3 into 1, y is equal to 3. So for x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. So this will become 1 comma 3. Again, for x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 3x, y is equal to 3 into minus 1. So when you are multiplying, plus minus, minus 3 ones are 3. So for x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to minus 3. So your points will be this. Now you have to plot these 3 points. One is 0 0, 0 0 is going to be over here, fine. Then is 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3 means first quadrant, both the coordinates are positive, 1 comma 3 will lie over here, fine. Then the other one is minus 1 comma minus 3, means this will be in the third quadrant, minus 1 comma minus 3, like this over here. So you can make out this. Again they are in the straight line. When they are in the straight line, your graph is pakka. This. See, they are so much straight and nice. Just pull them down. This is your graph. So you will get what? Y is equal to 3x. Y is equal to 3x. This is how you are supposed to draw the graph. So simple. With this, your topic is over, my dear students. If you have understood this, that means this topic is over. Everything else is going to be revolving around this only. If you think about fourth question, the fourth question, what are they doing is that in the fourth question they have given you 3 is equal to 2x plus y. You don't have to be bothered anyway. You have to make any one separate, alone. I will make y alone. The purposely I will shift both over here. It will become 2x plus y is equal to 3. This also over here, this also over here. So you don't have to change the signs. Y is equal to what now? 3 minus 2x. I want to make y alone. 2x shifts over there. Minus 2x. Now I will make table with 4 columns, 3 rows. This will become x, y, x comma y. Now I will consider 1 1 because x is involved in the equation. Some signs for x is equal to 0. What I will get? Y is equal to 3 minus 2x. Y is equal to 3 minus 2 into 0. Y is equal to 3 minus 0. Y is equal to 3. So what do I get for x is equal to 0? Y is equal to 3, 0 comma 3. Fine. Now we go to the next one. For x is equal to, I will take, you can just wonder, 2 to the 4 minus 3, it will go on, x is equal to 1. You can even consider it, what is comfortable for you, you can select that, minus 2 into 1. Y is equal to 3, 2 ones are 2, y is equal to 1. So when x is equal to 1, y is also equal to 1, 1 comma 1. Now I will go for x is equal to minus 1. Y is equal to 3 minus 2x. Y is equal to 3 minus 2. x is again minus 1. So this you have to multiply. So when you multiply minus minus plus, then 2 ones are 2, y is equal to 5. For x is equal to minus 1, y is equal to 5, minus 1 comma 5, that's all. Now you have to plot this on the number line. So what do I get over here? First is 0 comma 3. 0 comma 3 means it is lying on 0 comma 3. It is lying on y axis 3, 0 comma 3. 1 comma 1 means first quadrant, 1 comma 1. Next is what? Minus 1 comma 5. Minus 1 comma 5. This will be going over here straight. See, even now they are 3 in the straight line. So 3 are in the straight line. So this is going to be my graph. So what do I get over here? This is my graph. 3 is equal to 2x plus y. This is all my dear student. Like this you will be able to do everything. See, give the equations of two lines passing through 2 comma 14. How many more such lines are there? See, two lines, equation of two lines means, actually speaking, you have to consider x is equal to 2, y is equal to 14. So supposing if your equation is like this, supposing you can take any x plus y is equal to c. You can take any. So here they have given 2, x is equal to 2 and okay. So here if you will take x plus y is equal to something, x plus y, this is going to be what now? 2 plus 14 is going to be equal to 16. This is your first equation. Okay, they have asked you to write any two equations, x plus y. Otherwise you take x minus y. This will be equal to what? 2 minus 14 minus 12. This will be your second equation. You can do anything. If supposing you have taken x plus or 2x plus y, what will be 2x plus y? 2x means 2 2s are 4 plus 14 will be 18. So I will write what? 2x plus y is equal to 18. This will be my third equation. You can do anything. Similarly, 2x minus y. What will be 2x minus y? 2x is what? 2 2s are 4. Minus 14 will be minus 12. So I will write 2x minus y is equal to minus 12. This will be my, like this there are, how many more such lines are there and why? Infinite number of lines, because you can take any, you can 3x minus 3y, 3x minus 4y, 4x minus 5y, 100x minus 10y, any combination that is going to be infinite. Okay. Third one, if you'll see, if the point 3 comma 4 lies on the graph of the equation, see this is lying on the graph. Again the same thing, this is from 4.2. If 3 comma 4 lies on the graph of equation so and so, find the value of a. So here graph 3y is equal to ax plus 7. This is the graph. Now they are saying 3 comma 4 lies on this lies on the graph. Since 3 comma 4 lies on the graph, therefore x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4 satisfies the given equation. Therefore what it will become? 3y is equal to ax plus 7. X is equal to 3 I will write and y is equal to 4. 3 into 4. In place of I will write 4. A into, in place of x I will write 3 plus 7. This will become 3 4s are 12 is equal to 3a plus 7. 7 will shift over here. Minus 7 is equal to 3a. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 is equal to 3a. Therefore 3 will shift over here. 5 upon 3 is equal to A. Therefore, A is equal to 5 upon 3. This is how you will get. Rest all is very easy now. See, here they have told the taxi fare in a city is as follows. Okay. Taxi fare in a city is as follows. How it is? For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8. Means actually when you are traveling, for the first kilometer, like this is for the first kilometer, fare is rupees 8. And for the subsequent distance, afterwards when you take, this is 5 rupees. For another third kilometer, 5 rupees. For every another third kilometer, every another 1 kilometer, it is going to be 5 rupees. Taking distance covered as x kilometers. See, this is the distance covered. Supposing from here to here, we don't know how much distance he has covered. We don't know how much distance he has covered. Up to here, this distance is going to be x kilometer. And total fare as y kilometer. Okay, total fare as y kilometer. This is the total distance he has covered. Total fare as y. Write a linear equation for this information and draw its graph. See now, total distance is x kilometer. So when total distance is x kilometer, let distance traveled be equal to x kilometer. So what will be the fare? According to these calculations, what will be the fare? See, when total distance is x kilometer, for the first kilometer, person is going to pay 8 rupees. And what is this distance now? We don't know what this distance is. This is x. X is what? From here till here. From here till here, x. But now I want distance from here till here. This is going to be from x you have subtracted what? 1 you have subtracted. Na? This distance is going to be x minus 1. And what is the fare that you are going to pay for this distance x minus 1? For every kilometer, 5 rupees. For this 5 rupees. For this 5 rupees. I don't know how many, but these are x minus 1 kilometer. So this will be 5 rupees. So here, therefore, the fare is equal to how much? First we will take 8 rupees. For first kilometer, 8 rupees. And for the next all these kilometer, you will take 5 rupees multiplied by whatever they are he has travelled. This both will add. Therefore, the fare will be this 8 plus 5 into x minus 1. But the fare is equal to y rupees. This is, they told it, taking fare is equal to y rupees. Therefore, these two are going to be same. Y is equal to 8 plus 5 into x minus 1. Y is equal to 8 plus 5x minus 5. Y is equal to 8 minus 5, 3 plus 5x. This is your equation. Already y is alone. Now you will calculate. I will purposely put it over here, my dear student, because you have to plot the graph. I am not going to plot the graph now because this is very easy now. This will make table x, y, x comma y. Now you will consider 1 numbers. For x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, what I will get? Y is equal to 3 plus 5 into 0, 0. Y is equal to 3. For x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So like this you will get. For x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 means 5 ones are 1, 5 ones are 5 plus 3, 8. For x is equal to 1, y will be equal to 8. We will get 1 comma 8. For x is equal to minus 1. What will get minus 1? So minus 1 into 5 will be minus 5. 3 minus 5 will give you minus 2. Minus 1 comma minus 2. This you will plot. Are you getting, my dear students? So what this, you will be able to understand and solve everything, my dear students, because this is the only topic now. There is no other complications involved in any way, anywhere. See, from the choices given below, choose the equation for whose graphs are given below. So here you have to see this. When you will see this, y is equal to x. See, you will have to draw each and every graph and then see for you to understand and for you to run through. See, what is the graph that you will be following? Y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. That means if I draw the table will be something of this sort. 4 columns, 3 rows. Fine. Y is equal to x means both are going to be equal. This is x, this is y, this is x comma y. For x is equal to 0, है ना? In place of x I will write 0. So y also will be equal to 0. For x is equal to 1. That means in place of x I will write 1. Y is also equal to 1. For x is equal to minus 1. For x is equal to minus 1. I will write, in place of x I will write minus 1. Y also will be minus 1. So when I plot this graph, how the graph will run? The graph will run like this. First one will be 0, 0. This one. Second will be 1, 1. So here. Third one will be minus 1, minus 1. So here. So it will be running in this fashion. Here is it there? No, it is running in exactly opposite fashion. So x plus y is equal to 0. Second one is what? X plus y is equal to 0. So minus y, x is equal to minus y. Again I will make 3. rows and 4 column. X, y, x comma y. So here if supposing when x is equal to not x, y is equal to 1, what I will do? X is equal to minus y, x will be equal to minus 1, so x will be minus 1. For y is equal to supposing 2 I take, x is equal to minus 2, बराबर है? So this will be minus 2. For y is equal to 0 I take, zero, so x is equal to 0, so this will be 0, minus 1 comma 1, minus 2 comma 2, 0 comma 0. So if I plot this minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 comma 1 will go something like this. Minus 2 comma 2, minus 2 comma 2 will go something like this, and 0 comma 0. So this will be running like this, and this is the one which is there, है ना? So this one is the right one. But you should be able to plot everything, my dear students. You should be able to plot everything. Like this, you plot everything over here. If you have any difficulty, let me know, my dear student. But this is really very easy. You won't have any problems solving this. In both all this case, if the work done by a body on application, this actually speaking very easy. Any 2 variables you have to take and just you have to plot. If you have any problem in understanding this, any one question, let me know. Okay, because we have to do a lot, my dear students. We have to do a lot. I have to even go for circle. If you have any problem, let me know. I'll definitely solve that question for you. Okay, my dear students. So I hope with this we have finished coordinate geometry. As in now, we can take one more lecture as per your doubts, whatever you have got, and soon we will be back. Okay, my dear students. So I hope you have understood. Stay home, stay safe, and most importantly, stay happy, my dear students. Stay happy. Take care. Love you all. Bye.